from a self-taught creator to a major YouTuber. How do you think media can empower, or new media rather, can empower a new generation of creatives and entrepreneurs to tell their own stories?
Hello everyone, that's a great question. So what I'd like to say is social media have sort of like given young people an opportunity to have a say in something, right? So whether you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you have the opportunity to stand up and say something. Like you said, when you keep saying this thing consistently over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, people start associating your name with that particular thing. So right now we do have quite a number of social media platforms out there, and we have people showing up to make this content. That's how I started making my own content, just showing up. So new media is here to stay, social media is here to stay. If you're out there in the audience, you want to tap into the creator economy, which is growing, all you just have to do is consistently show up and keep making this content. We see creators like Mr. Bean. If you rewind back and see his videos, it's just by showing up. So to sum up the whole thing that you just asked me, consistency. Social media is here, and as you can see, this platform is fighting for our attention. TikTok is introducing a For You page, which means you're allowing TikTok to kind of like predict what you would like. YouTube is telling you, we're going to give you information about global happenings. Instagram will come and say, oh, we're giving you aesthetic, photos and videos. So you as a content creator that want to tap into, Facebook has up of, I don't know, 1 billion, YouTube has 2.something billion, so just look at all of these platforms as a way for you to teach people something, sell your story. For some of you out here, sell your real estate. Maybe I can start this a little bit closer to how I started. So when I started making YouTube videos specifically around real estate, it was just my curiosity. So I was one of these young kids that would stay in my father's house, and I'm looking at this $10 million homes in Beverly Hills. I just love those architecture, and I just keep watching as I even have up to $1 million in my account. So I came to Lagos, and obviously I saw this properties, and I just go on there and ask the developer, look, can you allow me to go and tour your property? I think one of the developers took off. He was skeptical, but he allowed me to tour this property, and I posted it. I'm not sure if he actually sold that unit from that video, but I know the property was sold. And afterwards, I kept making lots and lots of real estate videos. And then after a while, when people want to watch an unbiased story about real estate, they kind of turn to me because they know I am not a real estate agent or interested in commissions or whatever. So you see how I consistently will show up and make these videos, and after a while, people start calling me the real estate guy. Same thing for travel. We've traveled to I think 26 countries, just making videos about traveling, and we've worked with the South African Tourism Board, Rwanda, Zimbabwe, and we're in talks with the Moroccan Tourism Board. And I'm just in Nigeria because like just in my house, traveling to tell these stories, genuinely for my curiosity, but then there are good things happening because I am making those content. I don't know if I somehow answered the question.
I think you did. It's a round of applause for him. He has a very inspiring story. For those of also know him, he truly started, and I like the fact that he shared that it was really just out of curiosity. And next thing you know, look at where he is today. So it's something that everyone should really admire. And it's achievable for every other person, regardless of what field that you're in. I want us to now bring in Presenter Bayemi. She, my co-host, had to remind me of this, is I think the most followed female real estate person, a Nigerian female. So please let's put our hands together for her. She truly knows how to use social media, and she knows what she really is talking about. Now, how do you see new media influencing buyer behavior? For those young people here who want to get into the real estate market, but they're not sure how maybe they can weaponize social media, they can use new media to influence buyer behavior. How do you think that can be used in the nearest future, especially with the rise of metro tours, influencer marketing, and online property listings.
So basically, I think it has to do more with just being yourself, putting yourself out there. I'm going to be sharing my experience enough just to motivate the authors we have in our midst today. So when I started, I think I started in 2013, 2014. At first, it was difficult because people were not yet used to buying properties online. They are used to normal way of get an agent. The agent takes you around. And the way people were literally viewing agents then. They see agents as hungry people. But I wanted to change that narrative when I started. And I started from the grassroots. In short, I started by selling land. I literally didn't know any developer. But because of the environment I was living in as at then, I knew a couple of elderly men who were into land, this Ibejuleki land. So I started working with them. They told me, oh, I have this plot. They were impressed that a young lady would be interested in real estate, not just real estate. She's interested in going into the bushes. Then I used to go into the bushes with those men just to check out plots, meet those families that have lands in places like Eleko. But I did it for a very short period because I was able to realize that wasn't my path at all. My path was not into selling land. I was more looking into selling completed houses, because what really even drove me into real estate was going out to look for personal properties to rent. Then we are looking to rent an apartment, and I was jobless at the time, so I was given the job to go out there and go source for apartments. I think that was where the passion came from. I noticed that I wasn't interested in looking out for brand new houses. I wasn't going to check any property that wasn't brand new. So when we eventually got our first apartment, I was like, I enjoyed the process that was involved. I never complained because I wasn't mobile. Then I would just put on my sleep on and then be walking from place to place with those agents looking for houses. And I was happy doing it. You understand? I never complained one day. So when we eventually got the apartment, I told my husband that I think I want to go into real estate. I don't want to do Ibejuleki land. I want to concentrate on selling houses. And because I didn't know any developers at that time, I didn't know how to go about it. So I decided to just start walking around my environment. We used to live around Majek, Shomukegode. So I decided to just start within that environment. In the morning, I would get out, go source for apartments, get a few brand new blocks of apartments. Developers were not really much around that as is. So what we had around there was apartments, 2-3 bedroom apartments. So those were the things I was posting. And then when I started listing on Instagram, I discovered that there were practically no agents listing properties on Instagram. I think Facebook came.
How long ago was this?
This was 2013, 2014. Yeah. So I think I'm really the first person that started listing properties online. So it was tough initially. The first 3 years was really tough. It was tough. But I never gave up because I had a partner who was supportive. I wasn't making sales. I don't think I made any sales in my first year of being a realtor, but I never gave up. Every day I get up, I go out there, do whatever I need to do, and then come back. So I made good use of the media space. I made a fantastic good use of it. And all of our over 300,000 followers are organic. We're building it 1,000, 2,000. I remember when it got to about 5,000. I popped champagne that time because it was a big deal. It was a big deal. And it was easy. With time, I started getting the trust of buyers. The first 5 years of posting on Instagram, because I'm an extremely introverted individual. I didn't have the confidence to put my face. I was just posting how I wasn't making any video of myself touring houses, but I was just posting. The only videos I was posting then were videos of clients signing documents, videos of developers at the side. So that made the buyers to trust the brand. So it is when they now come for inspection, they will now, oh, is it a lady that is behind the brand? I did that for 5 years. Then when I noticed that, oh, content creators are coming out, they are making videos of themselves, I started putting my face out there as well. So I just want to encourage the young realtors here today. You just have to be consistent. If you are not consistent, it will be difficult for you to make it as a real estate agent and also as an aspiring developer. Today, aside just being an agent, I'm also a developer, but my husband is the one strictly handling that part. And this development we started less than 5 years ago, and we started with our money just by saving 500,000, 1 million, 2 million. Even up to now, we've never had any investor invest in our development. And by the grace of God, we are almost at 2 billion capital of our funds, just from saving commissions made from selling houses. So you can do it, but you have to be consistent, and you have to know what you want. This is what I want, and you go for it. Don't get distracted. Today you market house, tomorrow you market human hair, the next day you are influencing for other brands. It's not going to work. It's difficult for prospective buyers to trust you. They need to know you for who you are and for what you are doing. We have a client. There's a transaction I'm currently working on.